Hey YouTube, it's Mr. Unfuego here with you right now, bringing you a Black Ops 2 multiplayer gameplay on the map Carrier using the PDW with the laser sight and long barrel in a game of core domination. I get 3 VSATs in this game, so I decided to show it to you guys, but this isn't going to be about the gameplay, but instead about a major obstacle I have and still am facing in my life. So, during the summer, 2 days before the first football game of the year, I tore my ACL. If you follow sports, specifically football, you could compare my injury to the one Tom Brady, Wes Welker, Adrian Peterson, and Robert Griffin III, who just tore his and his LCL. They all got the same injury as me. But when I first tore it, I only tore it 70% of the way. This hurt, but compared to like Adrian Peterson, when he first tore his, he was in immediate pain right away because his was completely gone. But since mine wasn't gone all the way, I ended up finishing that off later on. But how it happened was pretty common. I'm a quarterback in a triple option offense, so during practice, during one of my first reps with the varsity guys, I'm a sophomore in high school right now, so this was a pretty big deal. It's pretty cool to play with all the juniors and seniors and show what was to come and stuff. It was a really good, sorry about that, it was a really good experience. But on the second play, I made a move to fake a pitch, though I realized too late that I made the wrong decision, so when I quickly went to cut back in the other direction, my momentum was still going to the right when I cut back to the left. My knee was vulnerable and the ACL tore. Just boom, there it went. But like I said, the pain wasn't too bad. My reaction was by, oddly enough, calmly saying it. I was saying it popped. It popped just as if like, oh, well, what just happened? Because it was the weirdest feeling ever. Imagine your leg just giving out and it feeling like the bottom half of your leg from the knee down was separated from the top at an awkward angle. Now I could actually see it too, because what your ACL does, it connects your femur to, I believe, your tibia. It's something crucial ligament, I believe. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's something like that. And so when that tore, these two bones separated, and then they came back together a couple seconds later, and I could hear when they separated and popped, and it was a gruesome sound. So, like I said, it wasn't too bad, but when you tear your ACL, you know. It's not something that you think about, like, what was that? What was that? You know. You know something's wrong. You know something bad just happened. I don't know how, but you just know. However, when the trainer diagnosed my injury, she told me it was just a dislocated kneecap, which is also a common injury in this situation. My reaction didn't help out with her diagnosis at all, and along with the fact that since I only tore 70% of the ACL, tests done to see if I still have an ACL came back positive, saying that it was there, it just wasn't as strong as the other one, but they couldn't confirm that I had a torn ACL in any way because there actually was something still there. So, the only way to tell is with an MRI, for sure. So after missing the game 2 days later, and 3 practices the ensuing week, I went back to practice with a taped up knee. I thought it was just a dislocated kneecap. I went along with the trainer. So being out there, it hurt, but I was glad to be back on the field. I was really excited to get those varsity reps. Now, our senior quarterback was really, really good, so I didn't have a shot at playing. But later on, I'll get to that. But we actually blew out a couple teams, and I would have been able to go in. But I'll get to that. So, at the time when I had the taped up knee, I was on the verge of playing varsity, like I just said. But I was still on the JV look teams, so that means that the varsity guys just get to beat up on us every day, and we're pretty much their bitches, excuse me, the entire time. It gets pretty old fast, but what can you do? It's all about getting up to varsity, and it was my turn for JV, so yeah, that Thursday practice was very painful, especially on a team with 4 all-conference players going up against you in practice. We had 4 all-conference players on that offensive team. We don't have that big of a school. I'm from Maine, so with that, there weren't many people on the team as it is. So 4 conference players playing both sides of the ball, and these 4 were a center, a right tackle, a quarterback, and a running back. So you can just imagine that it wasn't too much fun. Anyways, so the next day, my team played again. So way back in January, I had a friend who passed away, so we got a football tunnel in his memory. This was on January 27th. It was a tough day, but ever since then, I've been looking forward to running through that football tunnel in dedication to him. I wanted more than anything, I wanted to run through that tunnel with my teammates. This might not have been the smart decision, but all I wanted to do was dress up for pregame and be able to run through that tunnel. I wasn't going to be able to play. I knew that. That was okay with me. I just wanted to warm up and go through that tunnel. So 15 minutes into warm-ups, 45 minutes before we ran through the tunnel, I was in a form tackling drill. Nothing serious, just getting into the right form and walk through tackling. I was a ball carrier, I guess you could say. And so when I was wrapped up, I was pushed to the side just enough to make it pop again. I will never forget this feeling. I could have sworn there was nothing below my thigh. Pins and needles in your toes? Yeah. How about swords in your legs? Okay, that's more like it. I remember hobbling over to my coach saying it happened again and falling to his feet. He had a drill to run, so he moved me out of the way and called over the trainer. But I knew it was more serious this time. The trainer did too. From the moment I got to the bench, they didn't lie to me. They expected an ACL tear. Although I thought it just dislocated again, it was the same feeling as before, just it hurt more. But deep down, I knew it was worse than that. I remained on crutches the rest of the game from the sideline, and I saw my team beat someone 52-6. You'd think that'd be great to see, but I saw the now backup quarterback score 2 touchdowns. To be honest, I cried. I did. It was the hardest thing to watch, knowing that should have been me. I had grown really close to offensive coordinator over the past month. And so after he was done being excited for the great victory, he brought me into his office post-game and told me how he envisioned me being out there. Even though they were celebrating, he wished it was me that scored. He told me that I would have my chance and to keep my head up. He didn't have to do that, but he was investing in me, a sophomore, confidence over a junior quarterback ahead of me while taking away what he had with our senior quarterback. I really appreciated it. That night went from an emotional high to a depressing low in a matter of seconds. Less than a week later, I took an MRI. Within a week from that, I heard the news and that I would have to deal with for the next 8 to 9 months of my life. Torn ACL, partial meniscus tear. You should have pitched it. I heard that non-stop since initial tear, which was on August 29th. And I've been called super for going back out there on that September 7th game for warm-ups. I've been rehabbing since October 17th, the day I had my surgery. No one said it would be easy, but by the 3-month mark right now, I'm on my way to good recovery and back on that field come next fall. So, that is today's topic. I plan on making a similar commentary discussing how the injury has affected me post-surgery. You may see that later this week, though certainly in 2. But if you don't mind, please rate the video, thumbs up or down. It still lets me know how I can be better. A quick comment is always great too. I am planning on continuing a video a day this week, so subscribe for more. I will see you guys tomorrow with some new Zombies gameplay. Espero que tengas un buenos dias. I'm Mr. and Fuego. Adios.